Moving on to Ethiopia. It pains me to say that it's been more than 90 days now since Adeola was arrested in Yemen and taken to Ethiopia. What's going on? More than 3 months of illegally arresting someone and the Ethiopian government is getting away with it? I also noticed that so many people are now quiet about the matter, which is why I like to challenge my Ethiopian brothers and sisters to please never give up. Don't give up. Don't stop protesting. Do whatever you need to do to let this government of Ethiopia know that enough is enough. Not just the Ethiopian government, but the whole world. If you don't fight for those that have been arrested, when they arrest someone that is close to you, who will fight for that person? There are Ethiopians all over the world, and I know that you've been protesting, but you can't give up now. You need to build a bigger momentum. Whatever it would take for you to get the attention of the US government, do it. If, let's say, about 5,000 Ethiopians camp in front of the White House for like 3 days, you don't think they would actually do something about this? I mean, the media would be forced to pay attention. Maybe that sounds dumb, I know, but you can think of better ideas. This is not just for Adeola, by the way. This is for all the political prisoners who committed no crime. Remember the young bloggers who were arrested some months ago. Remember they said that they are terrorists. These are young people that are just starting their lives. Please, let's not forget them. Let's not forget award-winning journalist Riyot Alem, who, by the way, was given nothing to eat for the first 9 days of her arrest. 9 days with no food. A woman, 9 days with no food, and she's been there for more than 1,000 days. That's about 3 years. And she's battling breast cancer right in the prison with no treatment. How do you cope? Breast cancer with no treatment. They said that she's a terrorist. And don't forget Wobshet Taye, who's battling kidney problem, also with no treatment in the prison. His wife, his son, how do you think they get through each day? Eskinder Nega, who has been jailed 7 different times, by the way, 7 times. And there was a time that his wife, who's also a journalist, was detained for 1.5 years. How do you detain someone for 1.5 years without any charges? In fact, she delivered their son while she was detained in prison. They revoked Eskinder's license to practice journalism. His newspaper was closed down by authorities in 2007, and when he kept writing on the internet, they sentenced him to 18 years in prison. 18 years. He's still there. The list goes on and on. Yusuf Getachew, who was arrested with 9 prominent Muslim leaders, and Solomon Kebede, the managing editor of the now defunct paper that is called Muslimmoch Gude. You know, these are my colleagues. These are journalists. We cannot forget them. I know so many Ethiopians have been speaking out. So many activists have been protesting in Ethiopia, outside Ethiopia. So many Ethiopian organizations have been standing for these people. For years, you guys have been fighting. But I want to encourage you not to be discouraged, even if it looks like things are getting worse. No, maybe it's about to get well. There has to come a time when you would say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm sure you're closer now to your breakthrough than you were last year. So please don't faint. Don't give up now. This is the time to actually gather more momentum and get more people to know about what's going on. By the way, so many people, when they see my video, they say, why are you talking about our country? Why don't you focus on Boko Haram? They are killing your people. I actually do. I talk about Boko Haram. As a matter of fact, I make sure I always talk about Nigeria before I talk about any other country on my show. But I cannot turn blind eyes to what's going on elsewhere just because I'm a Nigerian. Because the truth is, if things are well in Ethiopia, it would trickle down to other parts of Africa. It would trickle down to my country, Nigeria. If things are well in Nigeria, it would trickle down to other parts of Africa as well. So I don't just see myself as a Nigerian, I'm an African, and that's what matters most. As for the Ethiopian government, for as long as they keep these people, we will continue exposing their atrocities to the world. But you guys know that I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.